Are you ready to get into the zone? The S Zone? This is S Zone. It is, or I should say, S Zone Online. It's online. Keep that in mind. So this is like, what's that really popular, like H1Z1, I guess, it's kind of like that, or, these games are so dime a dozen, I can't even keep up with all the different iterations. So, immediately obvious, we've got players here. It's very apocalyptic looking, very desaturated and gritty and muddy. I believe you can ramp up the graphics if you want, but there's probably not going to be a whole lot to actually see. So for this greater part of this tutorial, actually, I'm just kind of, or not tutorial, but starter part of the game. I'm just kind of walking around, not really knowing what to do. I have no idea what language that is, by the way. I assume it's like Russian or something. It seems like a Russian game. Looks like Russia. I've never been to Russia. So the makeup of this world, like the geography, or is that what you would call it? Geography? Architecture, I think is a better word. The architecture of this world isn't too bad. I think that's how this game is free to play, and I think that's how you, that little machine there is how you get in-game currency for real world money or whatever. So I'm just trying to like figure out how to shoot people, man. I want to shoot people, but all I have is this damn rock. What am I supposed to do with a rock? Right? All these people are hanging out in the starter area. I have no idea what to do, or what we're doing, or what they're doing. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. And one thing is actually, like, the sound effects in this game are actually pretty good. Like above average kind of good. There's no music, but the sound effects, man, not too shabby. There's Thomas the Tank Engine there on the right. We have a hooded guy over here doing nothing. Pavel, that sounds very Russian. Pavel, I think, is the name of your character in Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced Squared. So you have a very basic user interface here for your inventory and all that. It has a nice little look to it. Like you're looking into a suitcase, maybe. I don't know. Maybe your map, of course. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing though still, so it wasn't immediately obvious to me, but I guess I'm supposed to talk to the guy with the green arrow over his head. Over there on the left. So this is a pretty big knock against this game, is like they don't get you immediately into it. Like I want to start with a gun. I want to start in a combat zone. It's like I think he's referring to me since I was the guy throwing rocks. So I just throw some more rocks because that's the only thing I know how to do. I'm trying to figure out how to talk to this guy. Like every game has some different button to freaking do it. It's a big reason why I actually don't like playing PC games over console games. So I'm trying out all the, different letters on the keyboard. I think I finally got it eventually. And you have like god awful dialogue. Who writes these games? Like, do you have a gun? Find a gun. I want a gun. Give me a gun. All right, there we go. So there's a crafting thing in this game, and I love, like, you see that guy in the green shirt back there. He's like so bright and like hopeful, and everyone else is so gritty and dark. Also, the breathing animation is weird. It's like they're like having a big like intake, but their arms move outward, which is strange. So anyway, I figured out how to equip the stuff. I think it's just a double click. There we go. I got my gun. It looks very similar to like CS:GO, which I thought was interesting. There's that guy again, that like city dude who's stuck in this apocalyptic situation. So again, I still have no idea what to do. I'm kind of teabagging the ground. I don't know what is going on here. There's no quest. There's no like pointer to go anywhere. You're just kind of thrown into this world. There's nothing to collect over here. Nothing to scavenge. But the architecture isn't too bad. Like, this is a pretty interesting to look at area. Like a train station kind of thing. With a warehouse right next to it. So I want to kill people, man. They're not letting me kill people. So I'm just gonna keep walking, I guess. The skybox looks pretty nice too. But again, these games are just so like generic. I don't know what this game is going for, why it was made, what's the purpose. What are they trying to do? And like, what are they trying to do better? What are they trying to do different? Or maybe it's just like a, I don't know, like a student project. But then again, why is it on Steam, you know? But I guess like there are much worse games than this, I suppose. It is functional. I think it loaded up and installed pretty seamlessly. You got these big ass apartment buildings. I don't think you can go in them though, or at least you can't do much with them. So I'm hearing this dog and it's really loud. And like again, the sound effects are pretty nice. It actually sounded like a dog was like outside my window or something. So there it is. It's completely still for some reason. Oh, and then it attacks me. Except it doesn't. And it's like infected or something. I felt so sad for the thing. It's like, no. Dog. Poor thing. And like that dog barking sounds so close, but it's not. I could probably use a little tweaking. So this world is like completely empty. It's like, there's nothing to do here. You can't go in here. You can't scavenge. There's a couple of enemies, but they're like nothing. They don't give you much. They're just boring. So that dude attacked me. I'm gonna just keep shooting him. Oh, no, okay, I got some. Yeah, just keep shooting him. What is that thing? Did I actually completely overlook that? What is that? Why did I not look at that little rat thing? I don't know what that is. Of course, you know, any attack dog completely stands still after attacking somebody. So I'm trying to throw rocks at this thing, seeing if it does damage. I have no idea what throwing rocks does. It doesn't do damage. It doesn't, like, interact with players. It doesn't do anything. So I'll come over here and find a couple more people. But, you know, they're not doing anything. They're nameless. Well, I guess they're not nameless, but they don't have anything interesting to say. Oh, it's just so boring. In these kind of games, like, I immediately want to run into like other players. I want to run into scavenging situations, and I just didn't get any of that. So I hear a gunshot, and since I'm out of that little starter area, I figure that things are going to start picking up, or what have you. At least that's what I hope. So I can still hear gunshots. I'm thinking like maybe this is like a combat zone. It looks like it'd be a combat zone. I think that's another player. Oh, forbidden. You can't attack another player. I don't know why. It looks like this place to be like a good place to scavenge, but nope. All these rooms are effectively empty. Even going upstairs isn't going to do much for you. Like, that's the exact same geometry that was used in the previous bathroom. There's Greek. Get him to the Greek, yo. Oh, omnious music. So this game looks pretty interesting. What? Nothing. What is that all about? Is he not going to say anything? So there's nothing to do, man. That's the problem with this game. It's not that it looks like shite. It's not that the gameplay, like the actual core gameplay, is like not good. Like the shooting and the walking and the scavenging. There's just nothing to do. I'm going through this huge building and there's nothing here. There's no one to talk to. The one guy that looked like to be interesting and have something interesting to say, basically told me to, you know, go away. Uh, so I'm dropping a few frames here. Go around. There's no wind, so there's no moving bushes. There's no characters walking around. There's no other player characters. There's just nothing. What did I give this game? 5? Yeah, that sounds about right. It's maybe like the groundwork for a game that actually could be interesting. But at the time being, it's awful. It's not worth your time whatsoever. I wouldn't spend I would look at the screenshots of this game and I wouldn't spend more than 5 minutes thinking it over. That I didn't want to play this game. And now that I actually play it, I bug bites for me. So anyway, that is it.